Hello everyone, this is Rohit Varma and I'm into Masters in Game Design at Full Sail University. The master I have chosen is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart upon the research based on the mastery book written by Robert Greene. So, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in 1761 in Austria to a great father named Leopold, who was a musician as well. He's mainly specialized in violinist and a music composer as well. Wolfgang also had a sister who is 7 years old and she started the piano classes at an early age. Wolfgang at that time was 4 years old and at that young age he competed and imitated his sister at very young age. So while she was learning the piano classes, Leopold decided Wolfgang to teach piano. He saw the spark in Wolfgang. So Leopold, he usually worked as a court musician. His income was very limited. So he decided to take his children to different capitals of Europe before royal courts and charging money for the entertainment. Wolfgang, along with his sister, impressed the crowd when they were playing in the different capitals in Europe. But specifically, Wolfgang impressed the crowd with his new music compositions during the tour. So, tour was a financial success overall, which made Leopold happiest person than anyone. Leopold wanted his son Wolfgang to be court composer in Italy, but Wolfgang haven't dreamt of that. He had a talent and intensity towards music, but he felt frustrated as a composer because he was actually imitating and adapting and copying from other composers. He wanted his own style. He started losing. Wolfgang started losing his own interest in the music, and Wolfgang refused to come back. When Wolfgang was been to Vienna, he refused to come back to Salzburg from Vienna. And he was 25 years old at the time. He's losing patience and time. And finally, the fathers and archbishop were holding him back. Intensity grew even greater than he was when he was in his childhood. And all his ideas piled up in his brain for too long. And now he exploded into the creative burst in history of music. Wolfgang wrote for large orchestras, particularly the violin sections. His compositions included all the elements, for example, sadness, foreboding, anger, ecstasy, and happiness. Audience was spellbound by his new sweeping sound that has so many dimensions. At 1786, he had a version of Don John Legend that excited him as well as the crowd. Wolfgang felt as a composer he had supreme ability to seduce the audience with his music. For opera, Mozart created something that flowed as a continuous flow. He invented a new element in the history of music named ensembles, which is like a counterpart singing, which had string and climatic movements. Wolfgang died in 1791 at an early age of 35 after his last opera, The Magic Flute, which was very famous. He became one of the five most frequently performed operas in the whole history. The two reasons why I chose Mozart as my master are firstly, his keen observation. He used to watch his sister playing the piano and he competed and imitated the same music as she done, and even better. And the second quality is his hard work. He used to play the piano for hours and hours, such that even at the position where his parents dragged him off and made him sleep at nights. That's his hard work. Next, if I were to face to face with my master and if I have a chance to ask two questions, my questions would be firstly, if piano wasn't your real interest, why did you imitate and compete with your own sister during her piano classes? My second question would be, if your father was jealous of your talents and a counterforce in your life, why did he join you in the piano classes at the first place when you were young? Was it just because to make profit of your talents? And finally, the seven deadlines, in which I precisely choose two deadlines which seem to be the potential roadblocks in my career. The first thing is laziness, which troubled me for a very long time. If I continue my laziness in mastery journey, or whatever point in life, I would be scorned by many people, and especially when I work in teams or groups. Laziness will make me rely on others, and I would concentrate more on shortcuts rather than working hard. So I figured it out. To overcome laziness, I should alarm myself with few deadlines and finish the work accordingly with my own ideas. Second deadline is rigidity. I sometimes find myself to be rigid by following previously successful ideas or procedures when something new finds me complex. I acknowledge rigidity at the first place. When I first arrived to America, as everything was new and a bit complex as well. Initially, I hated to adapt myself to the surroundings in USA, but later I realized that the remedy to rigidity is to indulge in ourselves both adaptability and flexibility. If I continue to be rigid, and especially in a creative field like game design, I would be nowhere. I would be end up somewhere. Thank you.